Kamusta na kayo?
Hola, hola, everyone.
What's good, everybody? My name is Nico Blitz,
And I'm Jackie Ramirez.
and this is the Mexipino podcast, episode 35. You know, we accidentally thought the last episode was 35, but this one's 35, the official 35.
You accidentally thought it was 35. I didn't say anything
No, but you followed along. You didn't correct me.
because I assumed that you would know.
So you assume I'm always correct.
Yeah, but look at what happens when I do that.
Okay. I would just say I miscalculated because I had 35 in my notes, but I messed up. So I will take the fall for that. But what I am absolutely correct about is the Mexipino Food Fest going down 10/16. That is about 12 days from now. Well, if
Oh my gosh.
if you're like listening to this on the day it drops.
Yes.
So like
That's-
within 2 weeks, basically.
Yes. But yeah, Sunday, October 16th, you guys can still purchase tickets to the Food Fest by the link in our bio on the Mexipino Instagram, our personal
Yeah.
Instagrams, and even in the description, we've already linked it. So you guys can go ahead and click that. Only $5 for the entire day. And it starts from 10 a.m. all the way up until 4 p.m. Reason it starts at 10 a.m. is because we're also going to be showing the 49ers versus Falcons game.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. I'm super excited. We already are 90% like completed with our vendor list. So
Yeah.
then we're
Well,
gonna
yeah, 90, 99. So we're just waiting for one more vendor to just approve, but we're good.
yes. And
Yeah,
then
just
yeah, so it's super exciting. We'll be announcing all our vendors pretty soon.
on the next episode for sure.
Yeah, on the next episode for sure. So yeah.
Yeah,
We
it'll
hope you
be a
guys can
fun
make it.
time. You know, I've been to a couple food fests and like I would never pay more than $5 for entry.
That's what I was
Like,
thinking too.
you know what I'm saying?
But
Because it's like I've been to like the OC Fair, I've been to a couple other food fests and whatnot, and it's like, I mean, usually I'd be getting it for free just because I got but if it's more than $5, I'm just like, I'm good. Because I know I'm about to spend like $40, $50 on just so much food.
yeah, I feel like $5 is a good amount. It's not too much. It's like, oh, it's $5. Like I get it,
Yeah. Have you been
So
to any food fairs? What was the last food fair we went to? Was it the one I was DJing at?
not Nico forgetting that he took me to a food fest and we made a whole content thing out of
I'm
it.
oh yeah. Yeah, it was the one where we
Yes,
had
I
like
am forgettable.
oh my god, we had ube naban.
We didn't just have ube naban. We
No,
had
but
like
no,
a
but
whole
that's
bunch
the
of other
reference
stuff.
point in my head. I'm like, that's the day we had ube naban.
Okay, first off, let me tell you guys, since Nico already forgot and I'm just that
Oh my
forgettable that he took
god.
me to a food fest and we created content for a huge company. But we went to 66 Night Market with Mix Global and we created like a taste test for different Filipino food vendors.
Yeah.
We had White Rabbit, we had Ube Naban, we had what else did we have? We had
We had a lot that day. We had
yeah,
a
we had a
lot.
lot. We had a
Like to
lot
kind of
that
put it
day.
into perspective, even with ube naban, y'all, like it was literally what like Cinnabon, but like flipped in like a Filipino way.
So they had ube flavored Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Because Nico doesn't remember,
Well,
obviously.
I literally just said it was like
They had
Cinnabon, but then with like
they had
Filipino. I literally just said that.
they had three different flavors that they had us try. They had us try a chocolate, an ube, a monster one, and a Oreo one. And
Yeah. Oh, the
then
Oreo one was
for the
smacking.
white rabbit, we had tried the tocino tacos. We had tried the adobo burrito, and we had some nachos. I think that were I can't remember what type
The
of meat they
nachos
were.
were fire. I think it was I was gonna say carne asada. It definitely wasn't carne asada. It was
Oh,
like
we had lumpia too.
was it sisig tacos? I think it was sisig tacos.
It was tocino tacos.
Okay, it was tocino tacos. It was good though, man. Like I just remember eating literally everything from that day and it just being absolutely gas.
Oh, it was beefsteak nachos.
Beefsteak nachos. There we go.
Yeah.
Which, for people who aren't Filipino, beefsteak is literally beefsteak.
And
I
for
never.
people who are Mexican, it's bistec.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I didn't know.
It's the same thing. Yeah,
Isn't
it's
that
the
kind
same
of
thing.
weird how it's called beefsteak in the United States, but then in Mexico and the Philippines we shorten it to beefsteak?
Bistec.
Like I never really understood why it's called beefsteak and then shortened to beefsteak.
I don't know. We do that thing with like Mexican culture too, where in like, so like we have nicknames for our dogs in like Mexican culture, and I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
it's like all of Latino culture, where we call our dogs firulais. It's a nickname, firulais,
Firulais.
firulais, which means free of lice, because because like in when we like brought dogs over, like we have
Oh,
like dogs here and they're um domesticated, they're clean and they're free of lice,
I'm hella dead. That's
so it's free to
funny.
lice because we can't say free of lice.
Oh man, well in Asia we call dogs dinner. I'm just
Why
kidding.
would you
I'm
say
just
that?
kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a
Why would you
joke.
say that?
You're fake because I knew your face was just gonna go crazy when I say that.
Why the fuck would you say that?
Okay, no, but
It's
um,
too early in the morning for Nico's shit right now.
yeah, you know what I mean. Shout out to the shit takers and the shit talkers. You're both necessary in this world. No, but I remember being in the Philippines though. There was like this. I wouldn't say a golden retriever because it definitely wasn't golden anymore, but it was like,
Sick.
one of those street dogs that just get nurtured by the community. I don't even know whose dog it was. It was just there. This
I'm
dog was
sick.
literally at everybody's house, and like every one of my family members would just feed this dog. It was like this brown golden retriever looking type dog. Like even I even remember vividly like it was flooded in the Philippines one time. Like straight up the water was going all the way up to my knees, maybe even down like to the tip of my ball sack, and
Mm.
the dog would literally
Sir, why
what
would you describe it like, oh
I'm
my god,
painting the
babe.
picture.
I
I'm
don't
pa-
need people to take the picture of your ball sack, babe. I don't need that.
So the water was pretty high is all I'm trying to say. It was literally knee deep. And so this dog, I would literally see this dog swim from like house to house. It would swim from like the house, like one of my auntie's house, and then it would like, waddle its way over to like my other auntie's house. So it was kind of just all over the place. Shout out to that dog. Had no name. It was just one of those strays.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk to strays or else they follow you home.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
My
oh,
like my grandma would never let me talk to like or like try and get near a dog who was like a stray because I would always want to take it home and she's like, if you feed it, it's gonna follow you home.
well,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's what I want.
You want the dog?
I want the dog.
Oh my god. Well, shout out to the strays of the world. Everybody, make sure you adopt a dog one time for the one time. But I don't even know how we got to dogs and whatnot. Speaking of animals, kind of. Uh, more
That
events that
was
we
such a
have.
bad
I know it was
transition.
so bad. Sorry, y'all. But another event that I'll be throwing this month is the Pokemon Rave going down on 10/30, October 30th, with DJ Kizza and my boy Ize Vincent and my other boy Chillman Gun, and it'll be cool. What? You looked at me crazy.
I didn't know there was a fourth person involved.
Oh, everyone's involved. You're involved. Dino's involved. Our producer. Everyone's involved in this. And so people started to ask me like, so like,
I
what are
don't
we
even
gonna
know
do
who
at a
Chillman Gun is.
well, so everyone started to ask me, so what are we even gonna do at a Pokemon rave? I'm like, you know what? Everyone's gonna show up in like some sort of Pokemon outfit, and we're just gonna turn up the day before Halloween.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we going as?
Um. So last year our Halloween costumes we were ghosts. We put
Wow,
blanket
Nico
sheets over
remembered.
us. What?
You
We
remembered.
we put blanket sheets over ourselves. And so this year, maybe we could be a Pikachu and Eevee, or we could be an Ash and Misty.
But we already did Ash and Misty once.
So we could be a Pikachu and Eevee.
Okay.
What?
Okay. No,
Yeah,
I'm
Pikachu
just.
and Eevee. Do you want to be Pikachu or Eevee?
I want to be Eevee.
Okay. Pikachu
Yeah.
could be a girl too.
Yeah, that's fine. But like, yeah.
Do you want to know the difference between a male Pikachu and a female Pikachu?
Is this gonna be a dumb
It's
joke?
not a joke. I'm giving you a Pokemon fact.
What?
So a male Pikachu, if you look at its tail, it's actually like boxed.
Uh
Like it's
huh.
more boxed and it's just straight.
Uh
Whereas
huh.
a female Pikachu's tail is actually in the shape of a heart. Like the
Oh, is
back,
it really?
yeah, the back end of the tail of a female Pikachu is a heart.
I'm gonna look this up.
No, this is a real fact. You guys are talking to a real Pokemon fanatic, y'all. Like I know all of this stuff.
Yeah, but I'm also talking to you, and I know that sometimes you'll like bullshit me.
I'm not even bullshitting. A female Pikachu has a heart tail.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, and that's you know what I mean. Like if you ever wanna, if you go to this Pokemon rave and you really wanna like hit on somebody, just hit them with that random ass fact. They'll be like, "Oh my god, you really are a Pokemon fanatic."
What if we just dress up as a female and male Pikachu?
Well, I don't know if they make female Pikachu costumes. We could find one. I'm so down to find one. I'll be a male Pikachu. You'll be a female Pikachu. Then we can make Pichus. Like Machu Picchu.
I'm sick. Like Machu Picchu is that what you said? Female Pikachu costumes. Let's see if they sell them.
I'm pretty sure they sell them somewhere. Nonetheless, though, I did want to talk about this because I don't know if you guys are still into Pokemon Go, but I certainly am. And so within the past maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I've had 3 different people come up to me while I have my phone in my hand and I'm playing Pokemon Go. And the number one reaction has been, "Oh my God, you still play Pokemon Go?" And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's still kind of one of the biggest games on earth right now. And they're like, "No freaking way." So to kind of solidify like what is going on in this game from when it started back in 2016, the only thing you had to do was just catch 151 Pokemon. That's all you had to do. But then since then, they've added a whole bunch of new features when it comes down to like Shadow Pokemon, Mega Pokemon. Even Jackie's looking at me like, I don't know what the hell that is.
No.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Shadow Pokemon started back in Pokemon Coliseum, and which is a game from like 2008 or 2009. And basically the evil team in this specific game created Shadow Pokemon. Basically, you could chalk them up to be like evil Pokemon. So they put evil Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and our goal is to catch them and purify them. And then with Mega Evolutions, let's say you get a Charizard, and then a Charizard can evolve one more time temporarily. Or you get a Mewtwo, and a Mewtwo can evolve temporarily. Or you get like, Pokemon like that, and they can evolve temporarily.
Yes.
That being said, I wanted to give you guys some actual crazy facts that you probably did not know about Pokemon Go. So when it started back in 2016, Pokemon Go had a grand total of 232 million users across the world.
That's insane.
Jackie being one of them.
I actually think I did try Pokemon Go for a little bit.
Right?
I think I tried it for a little bit, and I wasn't like a outgoing person, and I wasn't going out, so I just deleted it.
You weren't one of those people who was going into lawns and like trying to catch a Charizard?
Yeah, no, I was not that. I was not about to be beat up by some random homeowner for being on their lawn.
I'm hella dead. That was
Were you
happening though.
were you ever like going into like random places to go and
Well, I mean, I
get
wasn't going into like people's houses or like random neighborhoods to like try to find stuff, but I would go to like Santa Monica, for example.
Mm.
Like I would go to Santa Monica Pier because that was the most poppin' spot for Pokemon Go. So I'd be like, oh, let me just go here, let me catch hella stuff, and it was fun. Like literally, and you could tell at that time in 2016, like who was playing because there was just so many people on their phones, and then just like twirling their fingers around, and I'm like, oh
That's
yeah,
hella
they
funny.
know what's up.
That's hella
But
funny. It's crazy to think that it started in 2016. That was my senior year.
I'm sick. I just graduated college.
I had just graduated high school.
And then it actually peaked at 232 million users. And then it went down to 65 million in 2017. It doubled in 2018 and went up to 131 million. And
Okay.
then it went back down to 113 in 2019. And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, it jumped all the way down to 86 million users.
That's still a lot though.
It's still a lot. That's a lot of people. And in 2021, it jumped down to 71 million users. So we can at least say that within the past year, it's been around like 71 million users playing Pokemon Go. Like, that's a lot.
That's still a lot of people. Like, that's a lot of people.
That's hella people. And I'm one
That's
of them. I'll be running it up.
honestly, they Pokemon should pay you for like advertisement because you've like been getting people to download the game again.
Yeah, I literally convinced maybe like 3 of my coworkers at the club to just download Pokemon Go, and they were just at it. But I am sad.
One of them got like a shiny his first try when re-downloading though.
Yeah, my friend Regis, he ended up getting 2 shinies within a week. And I'm like, bro, like, how do you even do that? The chances of getting a shiny Pokemon in this game are like 1 in 200.
He got two.
And he got 2 in a week. Like, it was ridiculous. I'm like, bro, like, you have a horseshoe up your ass.
Sick.
I'm just saying.
I
But I
haven't
am
heard you say
sad,
that phrase
though.
in a long time.
Well, because you usually said it. But I am sad, though, because Pokemon did deny me of a job. They denied me of a freaking job, and I'm absolutely sad about it.
Are you
I
actually?
I am because it was literally up that it literally said I had a 95% chance of getting this job on LinkedIn
No.
because
I'm
the
sorry,
job
babe.
was in the realm of like having a broadcast. It was like a broadcast type media job at the Pokemon company in Bellevue, Washington. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just fix up my resume because I haven't fixed it up in like 3-4 years. So I fixed it up. I made it look nice. I submitted it on LinkedIn. And then literally just 2 days ago, I get the email saying like, hey, sorry, Pokemon Company decided to not move forward with you. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, so I've just showed you my
Oh,
tattoos of all my Pokemon. Would that have like made the process easier, Pokemon Company?
I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay. We still have the podcast.
Yeah. See? It's okay. I mean, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be.
Exactly.
You also did apply for like kind of just like funsies, you know?
Yeah, it was for shits and giggles. It definitely was.
Yeah.
But what was meant to be, Jackie was actually in a conundrum over this past weekend because
Oh,
of this whole Bad Bunny concert. Like all my
yeah.
fellas know, like when your girl really wants to do something and she's not able to do it, her mood is just like all over the place. That was Jackie for like 3 days straight. No, actually a whole week straight.
Yeah, it was. Because okay, so what had happened was that I was supposed to go to the Bad Bunny concert at SoFi on Friday with the radio station, and we had a suite. And me being the person that I am, and I have 13 jobs, I was working. I was like hosting that night that I was supposed to go to the concert, and I was like so upset. I was sad. I was conflicted. I was all the emotions in one. And that was not okay for me. And I was just like, oh, like, you know what, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, I was pissed. And I was just like, I'm just not gonna like, obviously I'm not gonna go, and I'm just gonna get over it, whatever. So then shout out to Katia, our promotions manager at Real. She knew that I wasn't gonna go because I was working another job at UCLA. And she was just like, "Hey, if I have tickets for the following day's show, which was Saturday, I'll let you know." And I was like, "Okay," but even then, I wasn't getting my hopes up because I was still working another job. And I was just like, "Okay, whatever." So then as I'm getting ready for my job on Saturday, Katia sends me a text. She's like, "Hey, I sent you tickets." And I was like, "All right." And I told myself, like, if it's all the way up in the 500s, like, I'm not gonna go. I'll just give them to somebody else, like a family, like family or friend. And so then I open up the tickets that she sent me, and it said section B5. And I was like, that's not like an actual like section like in the stands. I was like,
Yeah,
so I was like, I looked up the SoFi like Bad Bunny seating chart, and I was looking for B5, and B5 was to like the left of the stage on the
crazy.
floor and I immediately freaked out. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she sent me floor tickets, like floor tickets to Bad Bunny." And so then I was just like, "Okay, I start work at this time, I'll be done by this time, concert starts at this time, and I'll be a little bit late, but I'm still gonna go." So I worked, I did everything, and yeah, I ended up going to Bad Bunny concert. I had a really good time. I heard Neverita live, which was like absolutely like I wanted to hear that song so bad. I was just like, oh my god, thank the Lord Jesus I didn't miss this song.
Yeah,
And
shout out to
then
Puerto Rico.
yeah, El Apagón, like that was crazy. And I my thing is like I don't like at some point during the concert, I was completely shook about how many people there actually were.
Mm.
Like, it's insane to me. Like, I know people think that Bad Bunny is like, yeah, he's big and like he's like one of the hottest artists out right now, but no, Bad Bunny is like, I don't even think he realizes how big he is because
I
I
don't know.
was
I think
looking
he
at that.
does. I think he
No, no,
does.
no, 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 babe, you
He
don't
has a whole
understand.
ass wife, and then he could freak with other girls. I think he
He doesn't ha
does.
he's they're not married. Anyway, they're not married. But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, that stadium was not quiet at any point. Like, Bad Bunny is just he's an entertainer, he's a performer, he's, like and, like, the visuals of everything, like, it is literally, like it's so crazy to me how much of, like, an impact he has on, like, the Latino community and, like, just just reggaeton in general. Like, don't get me wrong, reggaeton never died, it didn't, but he made it mainstream again, and he
Yeah,
made it mainstream within a bunch of different races and ethnicities. Everybody knows Bad Bunny. Whether
yeah,
you like him or not, everybody knows him.
yeah, for sure. I
And
mean,
oh, go ahead.
I don't know. Go ahead.
And so like I was literally just like blown away by the fact that this man like is just like I can't even explain it. Like it there's no words to explain it. He is just so big. Like it's crazy. He's bigger than Harry Styles. He's bigger than like any other pop star that you can think of right now. Like Bad Bunny is Bad freaking Bunny. Like he's just a huge mega star. That's what he is.
I hope every single Bad Bunny fan can resonate with this. I mean, I honestly didn't become a fan of Bad Bunny until you started playing his music. I was like, his music it is pretty good. Like it is really good.
Yeah.
Like a fun fact was that I think at the time when Mia came out, Drake and Bad Bunny, their song, it was actually a bigger look for Drake than it was for Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny had more YouTube subscribers than Drake did. And I think
Oh
still
shoot.
does. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, so then Mia was more of a look for Drake.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That
But I
is
think even from like a DJ perspective too, it's like I think it's like the funniest thing that Bad Bunny has become such a meme in the DJ community. And what I mean by that is like I'm sure you guys have seen videos of like people holding up their phones and like the request is Bad Bunny, and DJs have really tried to like own that now. Like
yeah.
I've been in situations where DJs like play a Bad Bunny song and then they're like, "Yo, for anybody who was about to request this, this is for you, so you don't have to come up to me anymore." And I'm like, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, I get that. But here's like, and I know you're a DJ, babe, so I'm trying to be super respectful about what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
And I respect DJs. I think it takes a lot to be a DJ. I mean, I am with the DJ, so I get it and I understand it. And I get that how a request can be annoying, and I know that, like, the whole Bad Bunny request thing is now, like, a trend, and people get annoyed DJs get annoyed by it, and but my thing is, like, I don't like when DJs automatically put Bad Bunny on their, like, do not playlist because of, like, the memes of, like, "Oh, play Bad Bunny," blah, 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 blah. Like, to me, you're limiting yourself of a crowd when you do that. Like,
Well, I'm
I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that, like, if someone like, if you have a room of 100 people right now, 90 I guarantee you 90% of those people want Bad Bunny played. And if
well,
you play some, like, obscure, like, music that is not gonna, like, get them to move, they're just gonna be there.
Well, to be fair, I don't think any. I don't know. I personally don't know a DJ who has like a do not play bad. But well, I don't know anybody.
I've seen tweets of, like, the DJ community where they say, like, they refuse to play Bad Bunny because of all the requests.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfectly fair because those tweets don't make their way to my timeline. So that's
Yeah.
fair. I get
I
that. So
I've
I guess
seen,
so
like
I guess to add to your point, like I think it's absolutely stupid if you're a DJ and you're not playing Bad Bunny right now.
yeah,
And
and it
and also too, just kind of educate yourself. Like, there's more than just playing Mia or Yo Pareo Sola or like the songs that you can only get on like these DJ websites. Like, there's so many more songs that you can play.
there's so
Granted,
many
I
more
can't
songs.
name them off the top of my head. I gotta see the track list and be like, I know it's this one.
Yeah.
I know this is the one that I should play right now.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like I think when DJ and like don't get me wrong, I know that like people requesting can be annoying. Like I've stopped people from requesting a song from Nico, or like if they see me next to Nico, they'll ask me to request a song and I'm like, yeah, sure. And I never tell Nico. Because
Yeah.
they like will request something that is not in the realm of what's being played. And I I think that's what it is too. Like you have to be respectful about if you're like a club goer, if you're like, at a party or whatever, and you want to request something to the DJ, be respectful about it. Don't
Yeah.
like don't go run up on them, don't start touching their equipment, don't start doing this, doing all extra shit because you want the DJ's attention. It's not gonna work. If anything, they're gonna want to fucking drop kick you.
Yeah, and if
But
anything, I think if anything, what happens is that like with all these requests and whatnot, we just end up not playing the song because it's like you're adding no benefit to my personal repertoire of what I'm about to do. So
yeah,
there's honestly no reason as to why I'm gonna play your song anyway. But
yeah,
I think the frustration, if I am talking from a DJ's perspective, is that like um when you get like requests so much, it's kind of like just trust us. That's it. All you got to do is just trust that we're going to do the right thing. Not even the right thing. We're just going to do what's going to make the party move. And so, I think it's a there's two sides to this coin. One, as a audience member, you got to trust the fact that the DJ is going to do the right thing. But then as a DJ too, the right thing right now was to play some Bad Bunny. Like it doesn't make sense as to why you wouldn't have Bad Bunny in your
in your
playlist right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
in
your
your rotation.
rotation.
Even if it is just like Moscow Mule, like
Nah, but
or
see, that's the thing, like you said, you have to like if you're a DJ, educate yourself on the different songs of like of different artists. And it's not just particularly Bad Bunny. We're talking about Bad Bunny right now because that's who we're talking about. But like there, like you said, there's so much more songs than Yo Perreo Sola. There's so many more songs than Mia. Like honestly, I'm not a fan of Mia. I hate Mia. I
I
don't
love
like
that
it.
song.
I don't like it. I hate it. And when I hear it, I'm just like, this is the song. This is the song you chose. Like, really?
I like this song. There's nothing wrong with
Like,
that song.
but like, see, but for me, and like, again, for me, like, yeah, if I feel like that's their way of like getting Bad Bunny in without getting Bad Bunny in.
Why? Because it's more Drake.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That is fair. That is
So like,
fair.
it's just like, okay, this is a song you chose. Like, this is fucking whack.
But
Like,
you know what's so cool about Bad Bunny too is the fact that like no matter where I go, like there's always going to be some sort of crowd that enjoys it. Like I'm not even talking about like purely a Hispanic crowd.
mhm.
Like literally, I've seen Asian people, white people, black people turn up to Bad Bunny, and
And that's my point. And that's my
yeah,
point. Like, as a DJ, it would behoove you to play Bad Bunny because it resonates with everybody. Bad Bunny is universal. Bad Bunny is fucking Bad Bunny. Like,
yeah,
I don't get why people would put him on his do not play playlist because they're upset about request. It's like, dude, like just like and I think the requests, the Bad Bunny requests have dwindled down a little bit, but then there's like shirts being made saying like I won't play Bad Bunny. And it's just
that's
like, come
hella
on, dude.
funny.
It's like or like no Bad Bunny requests or no blah 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 blah. It's just like, dude, like again, you're limiting yourself to hype up a crowd when you're there to hype up a crowd and draw a crowd.
Yeah, yeah. It's just stupid if you don't play some Bad Bunny.
That's my
He's dope.
thing.
He's
But
dope.
to wrap up this Bad Bunny talk, I also wanted to bring up like a really cool like thing that I saw last night on Twitter that the top grossing concerts in history, the
Mm.
top six. So number one is George Strait, which I believe is a country singer. Yes, I think so. George Strait, for his concert in Arlington, Texas on June 7th, 2014. Number two is Bad Bunny in Inglewood, October 1st, 2022, which is the one I was at. Number three is Bad Bunny in Inglewood, September 30th, 2022. So the night before. And then number four is Rolling Stones in Las Vegas, November 6th, 2021. Number five, number five is Barbara Streisand in Las Vegas, December 31st, 1999. And number six is Bad Bunny in Chicago, August 20th, 2022. So top like Bad Bunny has
Three of the top six.
three of the top six. And those concerts were this year.
That's so crazy.
And like um he actually surpassed himself. Like, so he has the highest grossing, what was it? Let me see. I had it right here. Hold on. I might have lost it. Uh-oh.
She just lost it.
I think I just lost it. Oh, no, no, no. So Bad Bunny earns 15.755 million with a concert at SoFi in Inglewood on October 1st. The highest grossing concert by a Latin artist in history, surpassing himself in Chicago at 14.109 million.
That is crazy.
So
He's gonna break his own record.
he already did. He breaks his own records.
That's insane.
That just goes to show my point. Like, just play Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny. And I'm not saying it to be annoying. I'm not saying it like as a annoying like club goer, party goer. It's just like when you look at this, it wouldn't make sense that you wouldn't play Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, 100%. Shout out to Bad.
However, people, people need to stop being annoying with the request. And I do agree with that.
1,000%. I should just get it. You know what? I think I'll just grab every single audience member's attention and just be like, I'll wear a shirt that says, I'll play some Bad Bunny. Just don't request it.
If you don't request Bad Bunny, I'll play it.
Well, because I'm going to play it anyway. I already be knowing. I
No, I
know.
know.
I already be knowing.
I was just saying that for the shirt.
No, I'm not. Okay, I wasn't talking directly to you. I was just talking in general. I wasn't directing that to you. Oh man. But anyways, a couple of weeks ago, Jackie was talking about the royal family, and she totally just like she put a curse.
I think I killed the queen.
She killed the queen, y'all.
I think I killed Queen Elizabeth because what were we talking about that day in that episode?
You just brought them up, like literally at the end.
No, but we were talking about a certain something. I forgot, but I brought up the royal family. Um, and I was talking about how Queen Elizabeth refuses to die. And literally 2 days later, she died.
I know. Shout out
And
to the queen.
it's not funny. It's not funny. Like it's a it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. But I can't. Okay, like I'm smiling because it's so awkward because I think I killed the queen and people were legit like messaging me on Instagram. People went back to the video or the episode and were commenting like, "Oh, Jackie, like I guess this didn't age well."
It didn't
And
age well at all.
I was just like, "Oh my god, I legit like I went into work, guys, and I told the guys at the radio station, I was like, I think I killed the queen." And they're like, "What?" And I was just like, I think I killed the queen. And and so then I started talking about like why I didn't like the royal family because, you know, I believe that they had a part in the tragic death of Princess Diana. Um, and yeah, and Nico didn't really know anything about that. And I know maybe not a lot of you guys know about that, but I know quite like a little bit of it. And I wanted to deep dive into it just so I could get you guys like get your guys' opinion on this situation
Yeah,
because
go for it.
what the shit? Okay. So there's three people that you need to know about in this story about Princess Diana. Okay. There's Princess Diana herself, Prince Charles, who is now the King of England,
King Charles.
King Charles, and Camilla. Camilla's last name, I don't know. I don't care because I hate Camilla.
Camilla Harris.
So anyway, Charles and Camilla had always known each other. They were like friends. They always had like a thing for each other, whatever. She was not that great looking anyway. But
Jesus.
she wasn't. Am I gonna lie?
Is she dead?
No, she's still alive. And
What
now
are you
she's
saying
the,
she wasn't? Like she
well,
died.
well. Anyway, so in 1977, Prince Charles met Diana while he was dating her sister. Okay. So then they ended up like him and Diana's sister didn't end up breaking out. But when they met, Charles was almost 30 and Diana was 16.
Oof.
They dated for I think 4 to 6 months before getting engaged.
Okay, but in the UK, is that legal?
I don't think so. But then again, it was like royalty, so I don't like I guess like they just kind of surpassed everything, you know?
Oh, so they're just like, we're above the law.
Yeah, type of thing. So then they got married in let me see the exact year that they got married. The exact year they got married was in it's right here. 1981. They got married in 1981, July of 1981, and there was hundreds of millions of people watching their wedding. Like
Okay.
this like and people love Princess Diana because Princess Diana was more of a humanitarian than anybody in that royal family. She like wanted to they called her the people's princess.
Okay.
and she was the people's like queen. She was gonna be the next queen of England, and people were excited for it. People wanted her to be queen. However, the people that didn't want her to be queen were the actual royal family, because she was doing things out of the norm that they were supposed to do. Does that make
Which
sense? Which
was
was just like, how do I put this? Like, Diana would go out of her way to do community work, to do humanitarian work, and that the way she went about it was like not to the standards of the
what a
royal,
got
what
you.
the royal family.
Okay,
Like
okay, I got it.
it was like, yeah, you could go and do this, but you're just gonna go and cut a ribbon type of thing. And Diana was like, no, I'm not gonna just go cut a ribbon. I'm gonna go and meet these people. I'm gonna shake hands with these people. I'm gonna like get to know them.
Okay.
Like there was one instance where she shook hands with a man who had AIDS. And that time it was like, oh my God, like why would you do that? She's gonna get like sick, blah blah blah, blah, because people didn't know about the disease back then.
Okay.
And that was like that, I think right there just shows how much of a humanitarian she was. That she didn't like, she didn't care. She still wanted to be a part of the people.
Shit. I would have put a glove on at least.
Babe, that's not how it works. But anyway, that was so bad. Anyway, so Princess Diana and Charles get married. They have their two boys, William and Harry. So, but in between all of this, Charles is still having and seeing Camilla, to the point where Charles would spend weekends with Camilla. And Princess Diana knew this, the royal family knew this, and they were hiding it from her.
Okay.
So she was upset because she was like, it's either like, you have to pay attention to your family. Like, this is your family. Like, why are you seeking other things in another place? And there was even tabloids like exposing the conversations, like private phone calls of Charles and Camilla, and they like put the transcript out on like tabloids of like their conversations, and their conversations were like not like, oh, like, I miss you or this and that, or like, how are you? No, they were explicit, like, I should have married you. I hate my life. I hate my wife. I hate like everything that's going on. Um, and like, I love you. I miss you. I like, I want to be with you. I don't love her. I don't, and for Diana to see that, and their kids grow up with that, and it takes a toll on her. So eventually, it got too much. And something that really pisses me off is that when they announced their split in 1992, eventually Charles obviously remarried to Camilla, which pisses me off even more. But it was frowned upon that you would like remarry in the royal family. And all of a
Well,
sudden they prove it, and then Charles gets married to Camilla.
oh, okay. So Charles gets remarried to Camilla, is what you're saying?
Yes, Charles gets remarried to Camilla after Diana passes. But my thing is that he was able to get remarried because the royal family approved that, like, oh, you know what? It's okay to get remarried.
After they were initially saying that this is not okay to do.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm with you.
December 1992, they confirmed, Charles and Diana confirmed their split. In November of 1994 is the most iconic thing that Princess Diana could do, and she uh, she has this revenge dress that everyone talks about. It's a short black dress that's like it doesn't cover her shoulders. It's kind of like a off the shoulder thing, and she is literally so beautiful. Like, she is so beautiful, and people were just like, that's what Prince Charles cheated on. Like, that's what he was like. He chose that over that. Like, he is insane. Like, it is so bad. Like, so she wears her revenge dress in 1994. People love her, obviously, because people still, like, consider her, like, their royalty. In November of 1995, she does an unauthorized interview speaking about her side of the royal family, like her side in the royal family, how they didn't like her, how they were hiding things from her, how they didn't want her to be queen because, like she said in the interview, she's like, "Oh, I would have loved to be queen, but they didn't want me to."
Mm,
And the interviewer was like, "Well, why they didn't want you to?" She's like, "Well, I just think it's because I had, you know, a different perception of things, and they didn't like it, and it wasn't up to their standards." So, in '96, Charles and Diana officially divorce.
okay.
They officially divorce. Harry and William are, like, I would say Harry. I'm sorry, Harry is probably, I would say, about maybe 12 or 13 at this point, and William is like 16, like around that age probably. Um, and Princess Diana starts dating uh, Dodi Fade, which is, I believe he was like Italian or French, and this is her new fling. And he was really good looking too. Like, they were a good looking couple. However, and this is all speculation. This is all allegedly. Uh, they were killed in a car accident, and her both Dodi Fade and Princess Diana immediately, like, made national world news, like everything. People believe, allegedly, this is a conspiracy. I don't know. I'm not saying it, but it's very logical that they say that the royal family may have plotted their death in this car accident
Okay. And why?
because of the attention that Diana was still getting after the fact of, you know, the divorce, following everything. And I believe that they had called, like, they had called, oh my god, why am I blanking on, like, the royal family service. They had called and, like, alerted them, and they didn't, like, they weren't in a rush to do anything about it.
Mm, they're kind of just like, okay, just let it be.
Let
All
it be
right.
type of thing. Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
And so then another reason why, like, people really think that they had something to do with, like, why the monarchy had something to do with her death is because, fast forward to now, Harry and Meghan Markle, like, they, kind of separated from the royal family. Harry had said in an interview, like, I saw that what the toll that being in the royal family was taking on my wife, and I didn't want her to end up like my mom.
Mm, mm. I see that. Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to royalty and just like a certain way of thinking, I could understand why the royal family would not want to change that
Oh,
because
absolutely.
they just think that, their way is just it's just the way that it's supposed to go for like eons and eons.
Yeah,
So
and
I mean, I'm not saying it happened, but I guess it would make sense as to why, like, if you have someone like Diana who comes in and is trying to shake up the game and is talking about, I'm a humanitarian. I'll freaking shake hands with people with AIDS and all that type of stuff when all you're supposed to do is just cut a ribbon or all you're supposed to do is just put your stamp of approval. That it might seem like not royalty in the eyes of the royal family.
yeah, and this is just like a small fraction of everything that happened. Like, there's so many more instances where, like, Diana seems to be um like she needs to be controlled by Charles. Like, there's instances where, even Michael Jackson, in an interview with Michael Jackson, he did a performance for, I think, a benefit, or no, it was actually his concert in the UK. And Diana and Charles went, and she asked him, like on a one-on-one, she asked him, "Oh, are you going to play Diana?" Because he made a song about her, but it was like a very provocative song. She goes, "Oh, are you going to play Diana?" He goes, "No, I took it out of the set list out of respect for you." And she goes, "Oh, well, that's my favorite song." And this is all like coming from Michael Jackson about how this conversation went down. Charles comes in and he goes, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" She goes, "Oh, nothing." Like she had to be a certain way and couldn't say certain things around these people,
I get
you
it.
know? And then like all the attention she was getting from like everybody, like males, females, everybody, like they loved her. And people say that Charles couldn't accept that.
Yeah, because she's essentially getting more attention than what the royal family would, or rather, what Charles would. Hmm,
Yeah, and it's just
makes
like,
sense.
yeah, and so then it even sucks too, because like going back to like Harry and Meghan Markle, um Harry put out like he did an interview and he said that he's like, I realized that my family was so like toxic. And this is, I mean, just paraphrasing everything. He's like, I realized that my family was so toxic because I still had to like I wanted to be there for my wife in certain instances, but I couldn't because we had to go certain places and put up a front. And
Mm,
there was an instance where I believe Megan was either pregnant or she had just given birth, and she like felt like she needed to not be here anymore. She told Harry like right before they went to a benefit, like I don't want to be here anymore. I'm having these thoughts and this is too much for me. And they had to still go to the benefit. Like he felt so bad and he wanted to be there for his wife, but they still had to go to this benefit. And there's pictures of her crying as soon as the lights turn off for the concert. And he said in that moment, like I realized that like I can't let what happened to my mom happen to my wife,
yeah,
happen to our kids. Because then essentially, I mean, think about it. If they would have stayed in that family and God forbid something did happen to Meghan Markle, he would have to raise his kids the way he grew up. He
yeah,
lost his mom, where his
yeah,
dad had to raise him, and he didn't really like his dad.
yeah. I get it. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, royalty isn't all that it seems, my friends.
It is
It really
not.
isn't.
It is not. But yeah, that is my gist on the royal family. That's why I don't really care for the royal family. I mean, I just feel like they've just been like decades and generations and eons of like just the same old crap. And it's not like it's cost a lot of people a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hope you guys learned a little bit about the royal family with that. We're gonna continue watching The Crown, and we're
Yes.
gonna really
And
figure out why the hell the royal family is even what it's really just checks and balances from what I'm seeing. That's all it
it
is.
really is. It really is. We're going to be watching The Crown and Dahmer.
Yeah, you got the prime minister doing his thing, and then you got the royal family just checking them, like, hey, we can do this, we shouldn't do this, da da da. That's all
Yeah,
they're for. Well,
exactly.
amongst other things.
Amongst cutting ribbons.
Yeah, cutting ribbons and shaking hands with people with AIDS, everybody.
Oh
Shouts out
my
to the
God.
royal family. Shouts out to Dahmer,
I don't think
More
we
stuff.
should shout out Dahmer.
What more stuff that were what? The Netflix show, not the person.
Okay. I was going to be like, babe, I don't think we should shout out Dahmer.
First of all, no, I don't want to talk about
No,
that.
no.
Anyways, y'all, Mexipino Food Fest going down 10/16.
You okay there?
Yeah.
You like stuttered.
Going down 10/16 Sunday. Well, Sunday 10/16.
Sunday
Niners
10/6.
versus Falcons, Filipino and Mexican food, and content creators and business owners, and so on and so forth. $5. Make sure you
10
grab
a.m.
your
to
tickets
4
for
p.m.
$5. Yes, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at District 6 in San Francisco, California.
Also sponsored by Sansa.
Yeah, shouts out to Sanzo. I actually had their calamansi juice, and it was fire.
Was it really?
Yeah, well, calamansi sparkling water, rather. Really
Uh,
good. Yeah, I had it yesterday when I did my promo. But yeah,
Good.
y'all. Hopefully by the next podcast we will have a list of all the vendors, so you will know exactly who's coming. Maybe it's
And
people
our
that you know. Maybe it's people that you don't know.
and our next podcast will actually be in person. Like Nico and I will be in person, right?
No,
Why?
are we? Oh yeah, I'm back there next week. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that is very true.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, what do you mean?
No, I was just like mapping it out in my head. I was like, well, when am I gonna be there? Yeah, I will be there. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So
see you guys IRL, kind of,
kind of.
in a little bit.
At
Anyways, my
least
name is
me.
right. My name is Nico Blitz.
I'm Jackie Ramirez.
This is the Mexipino podcast. Goodbye, everybody. Peace.
Adios.